I'm gonna take me 2 extra minutes today. Look, Dr. Lisa, Coach Dr. Lisa is not here.
No, she is not here. And Dean Kathy is talking. So, just in case she is still frozen, welcome to BestieFinder Office Hours, everyone. We're excited to have you here. We are talking, we're having a great conversation today about, what are we talking about today? We are talking about how it feels to be in business. How many times have we tried to squeeze ourselves into someone else's business blueprint? And it's like you follow the steps, you check the boxes, but something feels off. Like you're living in clothes that don't necessarily fit you. Success feels almost there, but it's not quite yours, especially when you're a solopreneur. And so the question that Dean Catherine and I have been talking about for like the last 15 minutes or so she will be right back, um, has been what part of your business feels like a bad hand-me-down instead of something that is tailored to you, the business owner, you, the solopreneur. How as as a woman, because we're women, solopreneurs can build a business that actually fits them. And so I was sharing with her, and like I said, she'll be back shortly. I was sharing with her that as a real estate mentor and coach, I understand with newer agents, it's important to have them as a real estate agent, you got to know what to say, how to say, and who to say it to. And so there's scripts that people or agents practice until look, I was telling them, D Kathy, because you back,
I'm
you
back.
back. I was telling them about our conversation and how, as a real estate mentor, that there's scripts that agents practice, especially when they're new to the business, they don't know what to say. And so it's important that they practice it. So when they come across prospective clients, they know how to respond. The goal is not for them to just repeat everything, it's so that they have it inside of them and it comes out naturally. Now, as a wellness coach, there's no model for it, right? And so it's easy to kind of compare to other fitness role models that I'll see out there, people who do stress reduction and things of that nature. But for me, understanding my gifts has allowed me to know that I'm a wellness mindset coach that help people create those healthy habits. It's not my responsibility to do it for them, but I give them a different perspective, different tips, different things that I think have worked well for me or others. And that helps me in building my own business and keeping the core of who I am, the compassionate giver and exhorter self that I am, authentic, so that I attract my tribe. And I'm okay with that. So knowing my gifts has helped me hone into that versus comparing to other people. So, yeah.
Absolutely, coach. That is so so good. So you're not one of those that feel like, oh, I gotta prepare. I'm a meal prepper, that go along with. So you don't have to conform to other people. You have your own
Mhm.
blueprint, and that's what we need to really be comfortable with our own blueprint. Our blueprint is our giftings, right? Our top three
Yes.
giftings. That is our
Yes.
blueprint. So
Mhm.
again, I was just sharing too before we rudely interrupted, right? And just talking about how people don't want to accept their gifts because of the fact that they truly want to be like somebody else. When that's not going to work, y'all, it's not going to work. And even if you have some success, it's not going to be long. It's not going to
Right.
last long. You're going to
Right.
find yourself, showing up as you regardless. I don't care. And
Mhm.
it won't mix. with another person's blueprint that is already made out, right? And then you try to
Right.
fit yours inside there and become, and make it you. It's not gonna last long. I remember a young girl that did that. I said, I think I may have shared this story before, but it's perfect. I'm gonna share two as well. Like she was wanted so much to be like our national director of this organization that we were a part of. She mimicked her to the T. But when she done her gift assessment, now I did a gift assessment with all the sales ladies, right?
Mhm.
And so we were all sales women, but had like individual business owners, right? And so her giftings had nothing to do with nothing like the other person, but she had learned how to imitate her to the T. And but her giftings was compassion and something else and something else and something else, right? Her top three. And I said, baby, just hone in. I said, you're so awesome at what you do already as you. Hone in on that. Hone in on that, and your business will go through the roof. And so she's like, I don't want to be a this and a that. I want to be like, I was like, I get that. I know you're impressed by her, and that's okay. So at that point, I had to learn how to not be like, girl, stop being nutty. You know what I'm saying? And just come on and just stop trying to be like that. That's not you. So I was
Mhm.
like, I understand. I know that it's your mentor or whatever. And whatever I said to her, but let's operate in your strengths, right?
Mhm.
And her mentor ended up passing. Okay. Now
Mhm.
what you gonna do? That mentor is gone. You know what I'm saying? And so literally she had to pick up and start, selling and operating her business as who she is gifted as. So that's number one. Number two, y'all know that I have well, y'all may not know that I have a trading group, right?
Mhm.
And so under my financial piece of BestieFinder, and all of our groups. And so there are so many ways that you can make money. Investing, we're trading, we're investing and we're trading. And you can do stocks, Forex and all of that. So my thing is when I got into the space, I like Forex, right? And so when I hear anybody start talking about, and I literally almost shut down. Like when they start talking about options and trading options, I'm like, no, yeah, mm-mm. And so it's a difference in that. So when you learn that trading Forex, you can start out with $50. But when you go into options and things like that, you're looking like if you want to see some quick returns or turnarounds, that you're going to have to start out with way more money, right? That
Mhm.
most people really are willing to give up or that they have on hand to be able to do that, or are not afraid to take out of their 401k or whatever they're going to get it from. But instead of, so you go out and you listen to all these different people, and because you think that they've been successful in this place and this place and this place, and you think, oh, I'm gonna do that, and so because you want quick money, and you jump in on that space, and that's not you, right? And so you don't even take the time to try to figure out which one best suits you or best fit you, according to the way that you're wired, the way that you're gifted, the way that you show up, all of that. And so you find yourself hopping all over the place and losing all kind of money. Now you scared of everything and you're calling everything a scam. Look at the common denominator. Okay. That's all I'm saying. The common denominator, coach. You're the one hopping all over the place because you want to take time because the motivation is different. Like I
Mhm.
was telling coach, her motivation is people.
Yep.
She wants people to be well and healthy.
Mhm. Yep.
That brings about real wealth.
Well,
But
happy and paid.
okay, hello. But most people just thinking about get them getting paid. They don't
Mhm.
necessarily tap into who you are, right? They just want you to
Right.
sign up, and it's all about money for them. It's about people for her.
Yes.
So I
Mhm.
didn't get a chance. Hopefully, Coach was able to welcome you all to BestieFinder
I think
Office
so. I don't
Hours.
know. I might have just
Okay,
went
look.
in at it.
So we
Hey,
call
they got it.
ourselves jumping on a couple of minutes early. So because we trying to show out, my internet decided to cut up. But see, my 15 minutes started a lot later than yours, Coach. So I still have 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't know how long you have.
had 5 minutes, so I
Okay.
don't know. I
All right.
think this is
Awesome.
good.
So
Hmm.
I'm just saying to you all, right? Discover your gifts so that
Yes.
way that you can learn how to operate as a solopreneur woman or whatever, whoever, as a supervisor, as a director, as the lead of a
Hmm.
ministry group, as the lead
Yes.
of whatever it is that you do. And if you're not a lead, the leader of your home, if you are a single parent, or if
That
you're a
part.
wife or a husband, so you can
Hmm.
find your lane. And then once you find your lane, it's going to be easy to figure out and know what your partner's lane is. I'm talking about partners in marriage, business, or whatever the case may be. If you're working with somebody on a team, you'll know how to, make that thing work, how to regulate you in that space. So that was funny because I told you I did an interview with the podcast that has now invited me to come on as a guest to talk
Hmm.
about just what we're talking about, because this is so important. And so she was like, how that thing about women don't work well together, and they, everybody catfighting and backstabbing and carrying on. Like, how is that working out for you with you and your business partners? When I said, oh, I have, me and my my besties, my business partners. She was like, how's that working out for you? I said, excellent.
Absolutely. Because, and you know why? Because we know the gifts, we
Mhm.
understand the gifts, and we stay in our lane. There it is.
Hello. And we don't get, and so most people, and so this is the mistake that most people make when
Mm,
they are building a business. Even you as a solopreneur, when
yes,
somebody comes in very strong in their gifts, then your mind is telling you, oh, they trying to take over. Oh, they trying
that
to take
part.
my business. Oh, they think they this and they think they that. And so those crazy thoughts start coming into your head because of the fact that you don't understand the giftings. And so, but you hired that or brought that person on because you thought that
Yes.
they would be a good fit, but you don't know for sure. So if you bring somebody in just like you, yeah, it's going to be some struggles. It's going to be some head butting. So instead of complementary to your gifts, right? And so we're talking about Clash
Hmm.
and Connect. Y'all get our Clash and Connect. We spill the tea. We talk about it straight from the heart of who we are in different
Hmm.
scenarios. And so you will be able to find you. It's, I'm sure, a situation that you've had inside of those our Clash and Connect newsletters. So we're just saying, discover your gifts, guys. We're not
Yes.
fancy today, okay? Because
Mm-mm.
Dr. Lisa's not here, so I don't know how to pop them the link up there. But
Subscribe. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and then
mhm.
find us on BestieFinder.net and become a future bestie. If you want to explore and figure out what is what, you'll get signed up for the Clash and Connect. And that's every 2 weeks. You'll get some information and perspectives from each coach with different giftings. So you need to come closer. Come
Yeah,
closer. Start
come
with
on in.
with mm-hmm.
Come on in, hang out with us. And just like she was just saying that you would get those things, but you also can communicate with us. Right?
Yes.
You can send us emails. So we have chat groups on the inside. Guys,
Yes.
when I tell you, this is the most phenomenal platform that I've seen in a long time that we've created through as Bestie Finder, and just being
Yes.
able to communicate with one another, to be able to network with one another, to be able to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
finding somebody in the gifts that you need. But also we have training, we have workshops, we have seminars, we have hangouts. We do a
Yes.
lot of things through here to help you grow as a business owner. So we have the Biz Besties lane
Yes.
track or membership, and then we have the
Mhm.
personal besties. Right. And so
Yes.
with the personal bestie, you get to come in and figure out who you are. And that way you can figure out how to maneuver, why people say what they say about you in your family or on your job or whoever you hang out with, why you always clashing or connecting with people, why you love people, why people think you're hateful, or maybe people think you're judgmental, or you think you know it all. I mean, we get into all of it. Why you so soft, all of this. Why you so sensitive? Everybody tell you, yeah,
Right.
you just
Yes.
all up in your feelings, all of that. So we get to talk about all of that. It is important to who you are and how you operate
Yes.
in this earth. Okay. It
Yes.
is all about the way that the Lord created you so that you can operate and be who He has called you to be. right? So
Yes.
with that being said, Coach, what you want to give them a little close out? I didn't, because I just came in and did all that talking, right? So she's sending y'all love, peace,
Mm-hmm.
and wealth. All right.
Yes.
So
Be
guys, thank
well,
you all for
happy,
joining us.
and paid. Be well, happy, and paid. Have a
Okay.
great day.
So look, all right, besties. Thank you all so much for joining us for Bestie Finders office hours. And we shall
Bye,
see you next
Jessica.
Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Bye.